Good morning everybody, my name is Osa. We are playing Farming Sim 19 on Oakfield Farm Farming Agency Edition. And it's Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas everybody. And as you can see, we are out in the field with our silage bales that we were doing last week. And I am moving those down to the lower field, or the lower yard. It is with the case. So we have a ton of these to move, and it's going to be 3 days for them to oh good grief, we are running out of space. Well, there you go. I'm not sure I need this many. I guess we'll keep them all for now. I'm going to stick this one on this side. Try not to get too close to that row, because otherwise the loading arm's going to get in the way. Normally I'd let the tractor roll forwards, but since I want these as close to, well, okay, level as possible, or maybe not. We've got a good supply of digestate over here. Anyway, go collect the rest of them. We'll jump over to the JCB that's still down at the BGA, and actually we'll push time up to ×5. We've got, apart from this, nothing to do around the farm except feed sheep until harvest. So yeah, it's kind of a slow time for us. Oh, there's a lot of bales in this corner. If they weren't square, you would think they all rolled down here. Whoa, 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 where are you going? Because that is typical of maps like this with the really steep drop off. It's going to be interesting. I'll probably drive forward for this one, and we'll need to back up. Get around to those other two there. Then that's everything around the edge. So yeah, I guess this week we are now looking at the folks from Giants are taking the Christmas New Year period off. So we're not going to see any new mods released on the mod hub. Although it finally looks like we are out of new mods for Farm Sim 19. There have been a slow supply of new mods over the last few weeks, even since Farming Sim 22 was released, which I don't recall them ever doing. Once the new game came out, once Farm Sim 19 came out, I don't remember any new Farm Sim 17 mods releasing on the mod hub. I do remember, who was Bullet Bill, I think, released a Farm Sim 17 map well after 19 got introduced, but he decided for his own reasons he wasn't going to be creating any mods for 19. So yeah, there was that. But you know, those were all produced on private sites and not something you get to see on the Giants mod hub. But it's been a weird changeover. As far as Farm Sim 22 is concerned, I'm having some issues with it crashing to desktop every so often, which means A, save often, and B, yeah, save often. Just what's this? There's about 9 rows of stuff. Not sure. I mean, we've obviously got a short pile left. I'll gauge forward so that we can roll if we need to. I've also cancelled my initial test farm. I think I got about as far as I wanted to on that point, and now I've started a new farm because I want to put into practice everything I learned from the original testing farm that I created. So I started a new farm out on the lower left part of Elm Creek map. Now that we've got the mod where you can remove the buildings already there and make the yard your own. Obviously, starting up a new farm, I don't own much equipment, and my general philosophy on Farm Sim 22 so far, kind of avoiding used tractors, at least a used main tractor. The problem I have found, I've done some more testing, fixing a tractor. If we go, let's go to the medium. So if you look at these two tractors, the base model of each, this one would be marginally cheaper to maintain because it's marginally less value. These two, for the same wear percentage, so if we look at this tractor, we're currently on 60%. You got two tractors, same value, even different models, but same value. To repair them from 60% to 100% from new will not cost you a significant amount of money. It'll cost you money, obviously, but not significantly. The more it gets damaged, obviously, the more it takes to repair, but it's still relatively controllable. However, when I ran a test of... what did I use? Whether we have it. Deutz Series 8. I don't know that it's in. Yeah, we didn't get that for this. So I used a Deutz Series 8, which is about 269 horsepower tractor. And there was a used model that was worth 50% less. Okay, fine. It was 30 months old. Now this tractor's 50. And all of that. But when I did my standard plough 3 fields, cultivate 3 fields, plant 3 fields, that used tractor wore out 3 times faster than the brand new one. But it cost the same as the new one to repair from the equivalent wear percentage. So if you have a used tractor that's 80% worn out, it will cost you as much to fix it as a new tractor that is worn out to 80%. Which, okay, yeah, I agree with that, because why should it get cheaper to fix a tractor just because it's got 50 hours on it? The thing is now that that tractor with just 30 hours on it is wearing out 3 times faster than the brand new one. So it's going to cost you 3 times as much to maintain it. That is significant. And on my original test farm, I was running a used tractor that was about 25 months old. Oh, sorry, 25 hours old. And it was costing me a lot of money to keep it maintained. So I figured I'd start a new farm with a new tractor. And see where that led me. As I said, very, very expensive. So there is a strong encouragement to replace your vehicles as they age. So you're not going to see me driving around in a 50-hour tractor. I mean, this is brand new, this one. Comparatively, when you... Oops, don't disconnect that. When you compare it with the likes of... Oh, yeah, this one. 118 hours on that. That would be prohibitively expensive to keep running. So that's going to make Farm Sim 22 very interesting when it comes to keeping equipment for a long time. Oops, let's pull forward so that that doesn't end up in the hedge. Okay, so that's all the bales off the field, yay. But yeah, but then, you know, as far as equipment goes, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm kind of okay. You know, having a plough with 40 hours on it. The ploughs aren't that valuable. So the repair costs are relatively low. Now, in the grand scheme of things, obviously having a brand new plough, it's going to cost less to fix than an older plough, or you're going to be repairing it less frequently. It's going to cost the same amount to fix from the same wear percentage, but you're going to hit that wear percentage far more frequently, so not a good thing. But when the repair bill for a plough is, you know, $200, it's not as significant. So I don't mind spending, you know, renting equipment or leasing equipment, and then just buying used when it comes up. That's fine. I mean, obviously with the used equipment, you are stuck with what's on sale at the store at any given time. But yeah, I want a cultivator. Okay, when a cultivator of suitable power requirement and price comes up, I'll buy it in the used store rather than buying a brand new one, because it's cheaper. And I only use a cultivator once, maybe twice a year, depending on what my crop rotation looks like. So it's not like it's a giant problem repairing it once a year. But repairing a tractor, potentially twice, 3 times a day, that's going to knock your farm out completely on cost. Anyway, so this, we're down to 60%. We're okay for now. I'll just put this one away. So that's all the tractoring up at the farm done for now. Let's stick that in reverse. We might find it a little easier. Again, similar issue with the harvester. I'm really undecided on the harvester whether it's worth buying used. But you buy a new harvester, and it's probably going to last you 3 or 4 a what is it, 3 or 4 harvests before you actually need to fix it if it's new. So yeah, maybe it's worth getting a used harvester, a bigger used harvester than you've been, than you can afford as new, because you'll get the harvest done quicker, not because you absolutely need a big harvester. But a harvester's a lot of money. I mean, you're talking 300,000 for a mid-sized harvester, and so maybe spending 100, 150 on a used one with a bigger tank, bigger working width, you might prefer that, and potentially you're going to use that saving to buy more fields. And if you're using that saving to buy more fields, then you're going to have you're going to benefit from having that increased tank capacity and increased header width on your farm. But as with anything, it's really the luck of the draw what comes up in the store for sale, Don. When you're buying all this stuff. I mean, I've had some starts where there's no tractors at all, and other starts where 3 of the 4 used pieces of equipment are tractors. The other piece of equipment that I do tend to buy as well is the sprayer. Sprayers are very useful because you can contract with them, so that's another source of income. And if you can get a job on the biggest field on the map, you're going to make 15, 20,000 sometimes on the job. And then even if you make a silly mistake and buy something like a John Deere 6R, which you can't put narrow tyres on, if you bought your own sprayer, you can do a fertilization contract and borrow the equipment, which will give you a tractor with narrow tyres, and then you can use that tractor on your fields so long as you're using your sprayer, which again, probably a little bit of a cheat, but it's one of those things. I think it's one of those things they didn't think about when they said you can do multiple contracts. So you can do, what is it, three contracts at a time. So if you take 3 spraying contracts, you can do, borrow the equipment on one, the one that's going to charge you the least to do the contract, to borrow the equipment, and then just do the other 2, and then complete all 3 contracts, then give the equipment, then claim them as done. You'll get charged for borrowing the equipment on one, and the rest you get full payment on. But if your borrowed equipment can only be used for contracts, but it doesn't specify it can only be used on this one contract. It can be used on any of the contracts, which is kind of amusing. And good morning, Merry Christmas, Taylor, and welcome to the Christmas Day stream, which is also the Saturday stream. What contracts do we have? Oh, my goodness. Wow. I should go and fertilize some. Okay, maybe we'll do that once if I fed that enough. It's 34,000, I can do 12 more. Yeah, the thing is, I normally stream on days I'm not working and not going to church, so I don't stream on Sundays. But I will stream on holiday Fridays. I didn't stream yesterday. I had a really bad case of acid reflux last night, and it really ran my throat sore. So I really wasn't in a state to stream yesterday, although that was kind of my plan. Okay, where's the Valtra? But I figured today I might as well do something. Okay. Well, I actually made it out of there. Let's go run over here and see what's what. We do have two of these, so oops. I will connect the pipe up and we'll use what we have in the yard. I might replace this unit. We do have enough money, and if we're going to do a $40,000 pound job that they have available, that might be a thing. And I'm going to slow down time a little to give us the time to actually do the contracts. Put that up to there. Select the front tank. That's the thing I'm still getting used to, is the Farm Sim 22 has the front piece of machinery on the right side. And I'm going to have to turn this on. Change pump direction to empty. No. Activate pump. Yes. So we will fill this up with what we have. I might as well take one of those contracts now. So the one I really want to do is 17, which I think is this field over here. Oh, it is. What a surprise. And then we also have 42 and 33. Let's try that. 42 and 33. 42 is over here. That's a good one. 33 is a little bit of a drive out. Let's do 33 first. We can come to the store, we can do 42, and then well, that's still going. Did I pick the full tank? I did. Okay. Is the pump still running? No. Good. That's kind of the one issue with this, with the manure system setup. If you fill up the piece of equipment, like the front tank is completely full, then the pump automatically stops. If you don't and you empty the source container, the pump doesn't stop. Oh, darn. Okay, let's try a little bit more manoeuvring. When do I think? Right, I mean, I've already said I'm not going to be streaming a Farm Sim 22 Saturday stream until I have a map that inspires me. I know Oxygen David thinks that Calmsden will probably be ready sometime in spring. I need to engage the rear tank, then turn it on. There we go. keep it. So probably in the springtime. I also kind of want it not to crash to desktop every so often. So you see now we've emptied that tank, but the pump's still on. And if I don't remember to turn the pump off, then you have all sorts of issues with the... oops. I don't think this tank is particularly full, which is why I'm moving it without super strength turned on. There we go. So we have 2,000 litres in the tank and 52 more, 32 more. Like I said, didn't think it was that full. Whoops. And we need... oh, the pump did turn off. Okay. So I can go and drop that off there. Oops. So, did I take the contract? I forget. No, I was going to do 33 first. Hold on. Did 33 disappear? Huh, okay. Well, we're not doing 33 first, we'll do 42 first. There we go, 42 is active. I'm trying to knock the barn over. Okay.